Today marks the second instalment of the hands-on training exercises we've been doing with the office staff, and we've brought them into the yard today to show them how we manufacture the beams from beginning to end.
So we've had a learning morning in the beam sheds, learning how to cast beams, all the work that goes into it pre-cast and during the casting off.
It was quite good to learn sort of the way that they're made and get a bit more of an in-depth look into how the people outside work, which then helps us upstairs in the office when we're getting jobs in, talking to people about how the beams are made. It really helps us give people a better idea of what we're actually selling. So sort of us knowing that really helps us explain to the customer what they can expect.
Seeing the concrete poured has definitely changed my mindset on Floorspan's quality control. You know, the amount of time and effort is made into making sure that the beams are all level. There's no concrete going to waste, every part is used.
The most surprising thing about the mould preparation stage was the amount of effort it takes to put the wires into the actual casing bits that they've got. You've got to have the right technique, and there's a lot of effort it takes to put those in place.
It's actually really hard, and it's really hard on your thumbs. So it's something that you look at and you think, yeah, I'll do that. But it's actually quite tricky, so it gives you a bit of respect for the lads out in the yard.
Understanding the curing process helps us explain the process to clients. It's opened my eyes today. They laid the whole bed, they had the square of concrete, and that concrete gets compressed at the end when it's all cured after 24 hours. And then that kind of allows us to have confidence in the beams, have confidence to tell the customers that the beams aren't going to crumble, the beams aren't going to break. And again, it all kind of just rolls back to quality.
The curing process is 24 hours. It's quite a long curing process to make sure it's completely set before the beams are turned out. So I know, having seen the process now, that we're producing a quality product.
The most interesting thing about the demolding process for me that we saw today was actually the rolling of the beams. Again, when you're out there, you get a newfound respect for the people that are out there doing that day to day. So the way that you're getting the beams and you roll them out with your hands, it's really hard work. And the fact that these guys can do it all day long and do hundreds of beams a day, it's just really impressive.
This experience will help me moving forward because I'm talking to home builders and their ground workers about our beams and the quality of our beams. I've now been able to see firsthand the quality process that we put into moulding those beams, which is essential for me in my discussions.
I didn't really have an appreciation of all the steps that are required for all the stages, and understanding that has shown me that any changes I make is going to have greater repercussions for everyone else.
The one thing I'll take away from today's experience is how hard the guys in the yard actually work, and again, just drilling into the customers about the quality of our beams.
One thing I'll take away from today's experience is just a newfound respect for the people that work out in the yard, and actually a newfound respect for the amount of time and preparation that goes into each and every beam that Floorspan make.